This is where we pick it up. The General Industries Workers Union of South Africa is calling for geo-solidarity by the global working class against the United States. It says Washington uses legislation such as the African Growth and Opportunity Act to control the continent's economies. Newzroom Africa's business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo caught up with the General Secretary of the South African Federation of Trade Unions, Zwelinzima Vavi, on this topic. Let's take a look.
Indeed, the union took the protest to the doorstep of the AGOA forum that's taking place at the Newzroom Center in Johannesburg, and really saying that the AGOA initiative does not benefit South Africa's working class. Instead, empowers American companies that have set up shop here and in other parts of the continent more power instead. And I am now joined by Zwelinzima Vavi, who is the Secretary General with SAFTU. Thank you so much for talking to us. Now, different federations are giving the support here today. Talk us through what your call to action is.
Look, we support any effort to create jobs and to protect jobs in South Africa. I'm told about 62,000 jobs that depend on the relationship South Africa has with the Americans through AGOA. But the statement that we are making today is that all that doesn't weigh more than the need to protest and to register our disgust at the fact that the Israeli is using the American money to wipe out the entire nation from the face of the earth. The Israeli government has become untouchable because of the support from the American imperialist agenda. They are refusing to listen to anybody. They won't sign any international protocol, including on genocide and killing of women and children, because the big brother who created them in the first place is saying to the Israeli Zionist racists that there's nothing wrong with what you are doing to occupy a land you established only in 1948, just about 75 years ago. We are protesting today. We say, yes, jobs are important to South African workers, but these monies and these jobs are dripping the blood of the people of Palestine. Whilst we must appreciate the fact that there is jobs coming through this AGOA program, but we must not exaggerate. South Africa, as we speak, is deindustrializing. All of the 33, 35 countries that are benefiting from AGOA are deindustrializing, because in the overall, the program of imperialism and the domination of the countries of the South and Africa, including, in particular, Southern Hemisphere Africa, is that the overall, the balance is in favor of America, is in favor of the industrialized countries, and hence we are losing jobs. We are the biggest loser from when it comes to the programs of imperialist governments in relation to job creation and investment in the company. The arrows are in favor of the Americans in the overall when it comes to trade relationships with South Africa.
Kosatu, are we seeing Labour being part of this year's forum, and it's the first really in the last 20 years? Does that not indicate that Labour will have then a bigger voice, because we saw Kosatu saying that Labour is an important voice to come into AGOA?
Well, even SAFTU have sent delegation there. I know that that's a big controversy because some of our unions were simply opposed that we send any delegation. We send a delegation so that we can hopefully persuade the 33 countries, unions that are here, and the American unions to say, whilst we must continue the relationship and to foster trade that will be mutually beneficial to all of the countries, but we now have a responsibility to organize a national march, and we want to make a call to COSATU, FEDUSA, NACTU, to work with the rest of the civil society formations and organize a national march in support of the Palestinian, and in order to make a call for an immediate ceasefire